Hello and welcome to the John Ark Show. Today's episode is called How to Purchase a $2 million Mansion for $400,000. Before we begin, I want to encourage you to subscribe to our channel for free. You can also like, comment, and follow us. We're going to have a lot of great celebrity interviews coming up, so make sure to click on that notification bell so you can be notified every time we post a new episode. Also, we ask that you post a link to today's show on all your social media to help spread the word. Now, let's get started. Today, we're going to disclose how to purchase a $2 million mansion for $400,000. We've seen the wealthy do this in the past, and they're getting ready to do it again. Some of the super wealthy do this as a business, which allows them to profit from the entire process. But in this price range, ordinary people can do it in order to find a great home of their own. The good news is that a lot of the hedge funds and big commercial players have gotten out of the real estate business because they got burned so badly by the recent rise in interest rates. This means that you won't have to compete with them. That's the good news. Now, remember, the more the interest rates climb, the more the prices of homes drop because people just can't afford the new, larger monthly payments. So how can this be possible? How could anybody purchase a $2 million home for $400,000? Well, here's how it's going to happen. We predict they're going to keep raising the interest rates for a while. The more they raise them, the more people will no longer be able to afford them. The first thing people will notice is an explosion in the number of foreclosures as more and more people lose their homes. And as these foreclosures come on the market, then supply will increase and demand will be driven down. The next thing people are going to notice is a tremendous amount of homes being put on the market as people fear the value of their current homes dropping even further and faster. Once these homeowners see that, they then want to unload their homes as fast as possible in order to avoid incurring even more of a loss. Next, we're going to see homes dropping in prices in some areas simply because the cities and the states are raising property taxes too aggressively. Now, this is an interesting problem in a way because if they raise taxes on a $2 million home, then that could really hurt. But if the value of the home drops by 50 to 80%, then your taxes will have to be adjusted accordingly. And if they don't, then you can appeal those taxes and show the city that what your new lower tax comps should be. There's also another phenomena at play here. There are a lot of people out there with adjustable mortgages. And those adjustable mortgages are going to adjust upwards. And when they do, they'll squeeze a lot of homeowners right out of their homes. The next thing these people are doing is they're looking for $2 million mansions in cities that allow property owners to use Airbnb. If you put your mansion on Airbnb and you can generate a serious income, then you'll be able to use some of that income to pay off your mansion and offset its costs. The only thing better than purchasing a $2 million home at a steep discount is buying one in a city that allows you to Airbnb it. Now, we don't give financial advice, but we can tell you some of the things that the super wealthy are doing to accomplish this. First, they or their assistants are going to spend a lot of time every day going online and checking out Zillow and Redfin and some of the other sites to monitor the new opportunities showing up every day. The big advantage here is that the more familiar these new buyers become with the various neighborhoods and zip codes in their targeted real estate area, the more likely they'll be able to afford these homes as they drop in price. The next thing you have to start doing is to figure out what the biggest and best real estate auctions in your area are and start attending them either in person or virtually. Each of these home auctions have different rules and down payment requirements, so you have to know them and you have to have your funding in place or you have to be pre-qualified for the mortgage before you decide to participate. The next thing some people are doing is they're partnering up with a family member to join forces to qualify for an even larger home. Or they're inviting friends or family members to rent out a portion of the mansion that they themselves want to buy. Something else you need to know. When it comes to real estate and mortgages and banks, most of them will allow you to qualify to purchase up to a 4-unit property. You'll then have to live in one of the units for a year, and you'll have to rent out the other three. Here's the great thing about purchasing a quadplex. Your financial ability to qualify to get a mortgage for it is not determined by how much income you have. It's determined by the amount of rental income, the cash flow that property will generate. In many instances, if you live in one of the four units, you'll be able to generate enough cash flow off the other three units to pay everything off and to make a profit each month. What could be better than that? Here's something else you need to know. When the market changes and more of these buying opportunities described above start to appear, then buyers from all over the place will start to compete for them. This can be very aggressive competition. So if you spot something, you're going to have to move very quickly on it. You should have everything you need in place before you begin. You should have at least one or two real estate agents helping you by looking out and checking the market every day to help try and find you something as well. You should also keep attending and watching these real estate auctions. It can get a little difficult at times and annoying. Just keep on doing it. You might also want to go visit some of these banks and build relationships with their loan officers, because some of these people know about upcoming home sales that their banks have or will soon foreclose upon. And they can bring that to your attention and perhaps guide you. Remember, the more valuable the opportunity, the more people will be competing for it. And when people start to see formerly $2 million homes on the market and watch their prices drop so dramatically, then they'll start to compete for them even more aggressively. Another thing you may want to consider to find is a partner who you can join forces with. They can help you fund the opportunities, and you can do much of the other necessary work to get a deal like this done quickly. There's something else you need to be aware of. Unlike the past, when markets drop dramatically, this time there's a new variable being entered into the home buying equation. That variable is crime and the lack of law enforcement in many areas now. For the first time ever, many home prices are being affected by the explosion in crime and the substantial lack of law enforcement. Now, the good thing is that this will help drive prices down of homes even more. The bad thing is that this may cause some of the people to not want to purchase homes in that area or that part of the city. So, this is something each potential buyer will have to evaluate and determine on their own. When these opportunities come, they'll come quickly and they will be swept up even faster. So you have to be prepared and very well informed, and you should have some advisors. Have one or two real estate agents to keep helping you. And you also have to be willing to widen your targeted search area for a home. That's because you may have to consider moving 50 or 100 miles away to find a house. But if you can get a $1.5 million discount on it, then that's an inconvenience that most people are willing to accept. Thank you for watching. I want to encourage you to subscribe to our channel for free. Free is the operative word here. You can also like, comment, and follow us. We're going to have a lot of great celebrity interviews coming up, so make sure to click on that notification bell so you can be notified every time we upload a new episode. Also, we ask that you post a link to today's show on all your social media to help get the word out. Thank you, and we shall see you soon. Bye-bye.